Hey, I'm Brigitte Dale. Today is Friday, May 22nd, which is the first day of Memorial Day weekend, which means it's the unofficial beginning of summer. Woohoo! No matter how old I get, and no matter how much I love what I'm working on, I will always want a big old summer vacation like you get when you're a kid. It's not so much the break from doing things that I miss as the break in the other sense of the word. Summer vacations were such nice little dividers. You could be like a third grader, and then you'd have summer, and then when you came back, you'd be, wait for it, a fourth grader. Or even if you failed a whole grade, there was those stories that you'd heard of people who failed a whole grade and then went on to become rich geniuses. So even if you were a third grader more than once, anything was possible. Really, your only job was to become physically larger over time. And you totally did it. Good job, you. During summer vacation, you were between identities. Anything could happen. Maybe your hair would turn blonde and get curlier. Maybe the parts of your body that were proportionally too small would get bigger and the parts that were proportionally too big would shrink. Things like that could still really happen back then. But then, even before you're out of school, even before high school is over, you can lose that. Your life can become one big blob with no real dividers anymore. It starts about the same age that people stop looking charmed and start instead looking concerned for your future if you tell them you really just like making art or playing basketball. And then suddenly and for the rest of your life, you have so many things that you're supposed to be doing that even if you're happy with what you are doing, it can be frustrating because you don't really know if you're doing things fast enough. And to make matters worse, suddenly you're supposed to stop growing larger over time, which you were really good at, and then now you're just supposed to work on this vague cloud of goals that you have that are ongoing for your personal life and work life. I've decided that my summers are still going to be dividers. Between Memorial Day and Labor Day, I get a break. Not from doing things, but from thinking about the things that I am doing. Before summer starts, I sit down and I think about where I am now and where I want to be and what I'm doing and what I want to be doing. Like one of those who am I moments that you have with yourself sometimes. Then over summer, I try to not let myself stress out about that stuff at all. No more regrouping until fall. Instead, my summertime goals are: go swimming at least 3 times, flag down at least 1 ice cream truck and then purchase and eat something from it, sit on a porch while it is hot and windy out with a citronella candle at least once. It's very specific, I know, but that's why I only have to do it once. See at least 1 firefly, and finally, set off at least 1 tiny firework intended for children, like those adorable little tanks that spit out an adorable tiny fireball. I have found that when I do this, the released pressure on my brain during summer actually makes me get excited for fall again like I did when I was a kid, and more productive. I start planning and plotting and starting little projects and changes in anticipation. Like when you're a kid and you start packing and repacking your new pencil case. Only this is the pencil case of your life. Too much? Yeah. Happy Memorial Day, happy summer.